Today's episode of the Conversation Havers podcast is brought to you by Clearwater Pressure Wash. They're a pressure washing company in the League City and Friendswood area, and they are the best in the business in the area. They'll give you an amazing, fair price for their work. They do houses, driveways, sidewalks, curbs, patios, really anything you ask of them. I've seen their videos on Instagram. The before and after is really amazing. It can really just revitalize the way your home or your patio looks. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at Clearwater Pressure Wash, or you can email jesusv32@gmail.com and get in contact with them that way. I highly recommend them, and they are the official sponsor of the Conversation Havers podcast.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Conversation Havers podcast.
Yeah.
We finna while out.
Yeah, we're whiling out on the Conversation Havers podcast today, and we're talking about death and mystery.
Yeah,
and murder.
We on some Scooby-Doo shit.
Yeah. So, we basically just got like four just completely they're very prominent mysteries throughout the history of time or recorded time, and we're going to do our best to solve these mysteries or
I think
we're definitely not going to solve them.
I was about to say it's safe to say that we're about to solve these hoes.
Oh, really?
Like literally, the top whoever solves mysteries in the world.
Fuck you.
I mean, y'all doing y'all thing, not fuck you. I'm just saying, like, they're gonna be like, oh my god, they did it.
Yeah, no, we're about to be done with podcast and just be instantly hired by like
start a detective agency.
Yeah, no. All right. So we're gonna go. We've got four mysteries here, and we're gonna go from oldest to newest. So the oldest, and this one's about as old as you can really get when it comes to mysteries, besides like the creation of the universe.
Yeah.
Which is way too like fucking deep for us to get into.
Yeah.
But it's the construction of the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
So one in particular, the Great Pyramid of Giza, it's just always like...
How many pyramids are there?
I know there's like 3 Great Pyramids, but there's like...
There's some that aren't as great. Everyone's kind of like, they're alright.
The average pyramid of Egypt, you know. But no, like, I'm pretty sure there's like hundreds of pyramids, and the pyramid shape is really interesting. It's found all throughout the world through like many different civilizations. We could go into straight up like conspiracy theories about pyramids. It's not what we're gonna do, but like there are pyramids all over the world, but none as big and great as the Great Pyramid of Giza. It was actually the tallest standing structure in the world for thousands of years. I don't think it was passed up. It wasn't passed up until the Eiffel Tower's construction in the 1800s.
You know, I think you're pronouncing it wrong because they named it the Great Pyramid of Giza because it's so big. They said, geez, this is such a big pyramid. Jeez.
I will end this fucking podcast right now.
I'm sorry. I'm in that mode.
I know, I feel you.
Same dumb shit mode.
So, anyways, it's a very huge historical marvel. Because, like...
I bet y'all haven't heard of it.
Yeah. It's kind of
exclusive thing.
You guys...
You probably...
Only a few people know about it.
Yeah.
But anyways... So the biggest thing about this is they're like, how the hell did they move all of these stones?
How big are they? Are they like
these
taller?
Stones? So, let me see if I can find how big exactly each stone is.
The only thing I could think of is like, I mean, obviously like, they could have just had a bunch of people, and they could have built some type of things to have a bunch of people lift one stone at a time.
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing. These stones, there were 2.3 million of these stones.
So it took a while.
And let's see. Each of these stones weighed the largest on the Wikipedia page. The largest granite stones in the pyramid found in the king's chamber weigh 25 to 80 tons.
Jesus.
So
okay.
that's 50,000 pounds.
Yeah. So not even a group of people. Like
there's 5.5 million tons of stone that consist of this pyramid.
Damn.
Or that this pyramid consists of. My bad. So
damn. So it was aliens, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that's why so many people are like, it was fucking aliens. Because here's the quarry where these stones were like found from was 500 miles away from where this pyramid was built.
How do we know that that's where they got the stones from?
That's where Wikipedia cites them as, and Wikipedia is never wrong.
Oh, okay.
But I have heard that before just reading this. But yeah, it's commonly accepted that the quarry where they would have gotten all these stones is 500 miles away from where the actual pyramid is. And they found that if you just cut 10 of these stones a day, which is already a chore.
Yeah.
Just 10 of these like 25-ton stones a day. That it would take 660 something, I think it's 64 years to get all of the stones that were in this pyramid. So whoever started this didn't see it end. Like whoever was like, let's make this pyramid, never got to see the pyramid. They got to see a few bricks on the grounds.
Yeah, their great grandchildren didn't even get to see this bitch.
Yeah, but
or something. I don't know how many greats I just said.
It's truly the big mystery of it isn't only that, but like this was before like the Greeks kind of came in and invented a lot of like mathematical principles.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did they have the architectural skill to perfectly fit, like calculate how many stones and like how to fit all of these things?
I mean, maybe they figured out this math shit before the Greeks did, but they just didn't tell anyone.
I mean, maybe, and that
they
would
said
be,
we staying silent.
Yeah, that'd be another mystery, and maybe we don't know. I mean, the Library of Alexandria. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of it.
We could do like a whole different podcast just talking about that, but basically, it was a huge library in Alexandria that basically just had all the knowledge of the ancient world.
Damn.
And it was burned to the ground like 1,000, 2,000 years ago.
By who?
By whoever was invading Alexandria at the time.
The Mongols?
I don't know. Mongols were fucking everywhere, so maybe. But, I mean, yeah. Whoever it was just came in and they burned it to the ground, and we lost thousands and thousands of years of like knowledge and history. And so maybe this wouldn't be a mystery if that library never burned down, but we'll never know.
Why didn't they just take pictures before?
Damn, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go
save it to the cloud.
I'm gonna have to go ask the ancient Egyptians that, man. Like, why didn't you just upload that to the cloud, fam? Like,
they said, "Fuck, you right."
Our bad.
Why didn't we think of that?
But anyways, so these stones were absolutely massive, and there's a debate of how they even would have had the technology to get them.
I can see how people would say
pyramid.
aliens because
like it's almost a logical conclusion when you're thinking of this, but
or some type of otherworldly factor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're gonna solve this one. We might.
We kind of just did aliens.
We're gonna go the History Channel answer.
Yeah.
But
okay. The only other thing I could think of is, you know how like in the Bible it talks about giants?
Yeah.
Them fools did it.
Okay, even then, like giants weren't big enough to lift like 25 tons. Like.
Nah, I mean if they're giants, they gotta be stupid strong.
They gotta be stupid strong, but 25 tons—that's 50,000 pounds. No, yeah, 50,000 pounds.
Okay, well if it's not that, it's aliens. That's it. Either that or
I think they had.
Yeah, that has to be it. Like
They had to have had technology that we don't know about now. That's technology that was just lost with time. Not that we don't have better technology now,
because we definitely do.
We can shit out something better than the Great Pyramid of Giza.
We can make this hoe in one. Yeah, I was about to say we can make this hoe in one day. We could 3D print the Pyramid of Giza in 10 seconds.
Like this is nothing to us now.
That's like just a flex.
There is, they had to have had some sort of more advanced technology than we would have known about, than we know about now. They had to have had something like that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a 700-year-long building project, I mean, sure, I guess sounds somewhat plausible, but not very likely. Like, 700 years. Like, think about that. Think about if they just completed something today that was started back, like, in 1319.
Like road construction in Houston?
Yeah, basically. But like that's insane. Like that's an insane amount of time. Nobody can like coherently continue to form something for that amount of time.
Yeah, eventually over that amount of time, like the second generation would be like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
everyone that wanted this done is dead. Let's just.
I mean, not even the second. Think of like the 6th, 7th, 8th generation that was just like, what we're built like, because these are tombs. So it's like, we have been building a tomb to this guy that's been dead for like 400 years already. Like, why are we doing, like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
They would, after a few generations, they would lose inspiration. You know?
I mean, maybe like, you know, because a lot of people think that the Egyptians were they were definitely on some other shit. And it's like, maybe, like, they figured out telekinesis or something.
Or it was just crackhead strength.
They found crack. There's some type of, like, poppy plant or something, even though that's heroin or whatever. It's but, like, opium, yeah. But, like...
Yeah, they found crack, and they just, like, went ham and built a pyramid.
It's like that one crackhead riding on his bike, and he's holding a refrigerator.
Yeah, no, like... Imagine just like a legion of those guys coming, like riding across Egypt, but with stone blocks.
Well, here's what we do: we get the world's current strongest bodybuilder.
That would be the guy that plays the mountain.
Oh, okay. And then what's his name? Like
Thor Julius Bjornsson.
Oh, I thought his name was like fucking. I don't even know. Probably like Death Skull fucking. Badass. That's his name.
Or Halthor. It's like HAL and then it's like the weird P thing, but that actually just makes the TH pronunciation.
Damn.
So it's like
Man, fuck his name.
The Mountain.
The Mountain, yeah. So we give him some crack and then we just test how much he can lift. Now.
I'm down.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Could you imagine that man on crackhead strength?
Be terrifying.
I mean, you
like
saw him. You saw him crush Oberyn Martell's skull.
I mean, that wasn't real.
I bet he could do that.
It's possible. Doubt that? I think he could do some damage to your head. Like, I think he could definitely.
No, that man could crack my skull.
Well, how? Like, his hand could probably fit like around my head. So like I imagine if he just squeezed as hard as he could probably like fuck your head up.
I have no doubt that man could do that to me.
Just do a thunderclap.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Clap his hands together as hard as you can. You don't have a head anymore.
Alright, so it's either aliens or giants that smoke crack.
On crack. Okay, mystery solved.
Mystery solved.
That was fast.
I told you, like, I already know. I already know what's up.
All right, so...
Are you already ready to go to the next one?
Yeah, do you want to?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else we can really talk about in here.
We have very much...
Have we looked at every single, like, drawing they have in there?
Like, what?
Because they were
all first... the hieroglyphics?
Yeah, because they were some of the first people, I think, to, like... draw things in a sequential manner and like
before Egyptian hieroglyphics there was what was the name of these people?
I don't know.
it was like
Cavemen.
not the cavemen. They were called the
I don't know. Aztecs.
the. I'm completely drawing a blank, but it was the first. It was in Iraq or Iran, and it was
Macedonia or whatever.
No,
Jesus.
but I know. Gosh, Mesopotamians. But
Okay.
that's not even the right word that I'm looking for. But I'll just say them. They had this form of writing called like cuneiform, where it just looks like a bunch of lines.
Yeah.
So, but it was a form of writing, and we were able to like decipher that now.
Damn.
And like see what they were talking about back then.
I'd love just what you doing. I don't know. I'm just chilling, fam. What you got going on? You say, yeah, I'm gonna go to that pork roasting later on tonight. It's gonna be cool.
Have you ever seen it? It just recently surfaced. There was something. It was written in the cuneiform, and they messaged it. It was like a message from a wife to a husband, and it was just something that was sounded almost like very modern. Like it was like, I have found out that you have been sleeping with my friend blah blah blah.
Helga.
You have until like the words that they used. It was like you have until like next week, like the morrow or whatever, to come grab your belongings, or else I will donate them to the temple of the moon god.
It's like Karen took the kids.
Like it's literally like you hear this all the time now. It's like, all right, I'm breaking up with you. Come grab your shit, or I'm donating it to Goodwill. That's the ancient version of that. Like,
see, what I want is, I want us to find some type of ancient text that's super like casual. You know what I mean? Just like I was saying.
Well,
just
they
like,
found that.
Hey, what do you got going on later tonight? He's like, just like nothing. Like, just, I'm gonna be at home. Fucking.
I don't think. Okay, that's
banging rocks together.
I don't think
they got this new shit called fire. It's crazy.
I don't think people had those conversations on stone tablets, but like
they
found like graffiti from like Greek and Roman times that's just like, I fucked your mom, you're gay. Like that has legitimately been around for like 3,000 plus years. People just say that shit.
That's so awesome.
Like that graffiti, like in Pompeii, they found a graffiti that basically just says
the dude beating his dick. That shit is fucking amazing.
The guy that got encased in volcanic ash.
What a way to go out. And for the rest of the world to see you in the future and laugh at
I saw a post and it was like, this man is a legend. He saw that a volcano was erupting and decided to rub out one last one before facing eternity.
Said, shout out Cragor. Or whatever the fuck. I don't know if that's the type of names they had in Pompeii.
I mean, that Pompeii was Roman, so...
Oh, so it's probably like Timothy.
Timotheus. I guess, actually, there was a guy in the Bible named Timothy, and it was just Timothy, and he was in Rome. So, I guess maybe.
Then Timothy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, they had, like... There was, all the biblical stuff took place in Rome. There was just a dude named Paul.
Yeah.
Like, super common-ass names nowadays.
Do you think there was a Trey?
I mean, maybe. I'm not an expert in ancient names.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I think people have been, like, changing their look over time. Like, you look at people from, like, the 1900s and they just look different. Like, in the face, like, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird. I want to see, I want to have, like, a glimpse into the past of some type of, like... I don't fucking know. Just some type of old period, like, and it looks exactly like me, but he's, like, working out in a field with some sheep.
Also, it's our sense of style, like our haircuts, our facial hair, eyebrows, teeth, like, just all that stuff. That,
everyone used to be, like, exclusively unibrow. They just let that shit grow out. Yeah.
Nowadays, I just, like... Just shave right down the base of your nose.
I used to do that, but now I just tweeze, and like once you've gotten it good, you just have to like do it every couple nights, like get the stragglers. Yeah, you know.
I don't do it like too often. I got a few of them chilling out, but it's not.
I mean, your eyebrows aren't bad. Like they're not.
Thank you.
They're very.
I have good eyebrows.
Yeah,
That's good
yeah.
to know. That's good to know. Anyways.
This is the eyebrow section of the podcast.
Yeah, the obligatory eyebrow section.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing going along with how people look different, have you ever seen the picture of, it's like the 20s or 30s, and there's a picture that somebody took of a crowd, and there's a guy chilling there that looks like he's from like the 90s or early 2000s.
He's wearing like a striped, but like it also has triangles and circles, and it's like 7 different colors.
Well, it's a black and white picture, but it's like a guy, and he's wearing like a hoodie, and he's got sunglasses on, and it looks like he's holding like a phone.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he's got like a modern like 2000s like spiky haircut.
And this is in like
it was
the
in
1900s?
like the 20s or 30s, and
he would have literally been like beaten to death. Like people like that, they would have been like Satan, and just beating him.
He was surrounded by people, and the photo has been confirmed to be authentic.
I need to see this picture.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
90s radical dude in the 20s. Damn.
I'm just gonna look up time travel picture because I honestly have no idea what else to look up. But I bet it'll fact check.
Time traveling hipster. Let's see.
Look at this.
That looks
He's got
fake.
like a graphic. It's been confirmed. Or here, let's check Snopes. As far as I've always seen, it's been confirmed to be real.
By who?
I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't trust nobody.
Okay, Snopes says an intriguing photograph from the 1940s actually shows nothing out of place for its time. Let me see what they mean by that. False. Well, of course they're going to say it's false because the claim is that somebody's time traveling.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. Although the image in question is real and unaltered, the man singled out in the picture for his supposedly unusual appearance is not a time traveler. Well, okay. The image was first made available for the public in 2004 when it was featured in the Barlow Pioneer Museum's exhibit, Their Past Lives Here. The photograph was taken in 1941 at the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Canada, and when the museum digitized and placed online the collection that included this picture in 2010, some internet users noted that a man in the photograph appeared to be dressed far too modern for 1940. I'm not going to read this whole thing.
Like if you weren't wearing a suit, like
okay,
like everyone wore suits pretty much every day.
So,
or at least some type of like a vest or something.
They're saying the 3 main things like evidence.
He's wearing a Nirvana shirt. What the fuck?
The 3 main evidences that they have is he has a logo t-shirt, a small portable camera, and wraparound sunglasses. But all of these were available when the picture was taken. So the logo on his shirt is from the Montreal Maroons, which was a hockey team from 1924 to 1938. Those glasses were available back then. The style wasn't widespread, but it was available. So basically they're just saying this guy's fashion sense was like off the charts, like ahead of its time. But yeah, I mean, I still think it's time travel.
We just solved another mystery unintentionally.
You think that's solved? You think that's it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And the portable cameras were available back then.
Damn.
So apparently, okay, yeah, that's just like, I guess, uncommon, but...
Is that the only picture?
That's the only picture of this guy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, think about it. It's the 1940s. Like, pictures weren't like that. Like,
yeah,
you couldn't just snap them all the time with your phone. So, I guess the dude was just like ahead of his own time.
Man, good for him. Even though he's most definitely dead.
Yeah, the man. Even though he was in the 1940s, he properly acquired the drip.
Yeah.
So, respect. Anyways.
Yeah.
So. We just solved another mystery that we didn't even plan on solving. So like,
yeah, hooray for us.
Good, yeah, we are just similar to that man. We're ahead of our time.
Oh yeah. Do you want to move to the next one?
Yeah. So the next mystery we have here is the mystery of the Roanoke colony.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in the year 1585, Roanoke was the first. It was founded.
Okay.
It was the first North American settlement by Europeans, as far as we know recorded history. I mean, the Vikings have already been proven to have gone to like not only Greenland but like actual parts of like Canada and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as that, it's even thought that the Romans might have gone to North America. Recently, they found a sunken Roman ship containing like authentic Roman swords and coins off of like not too far off of the coast of America.
Which coast?
The East Coast.
Oh, okay. So they went to New York, got it popping.
Yeah, man, the Roman like 1,000, 2,000 years before. But I mean, so now it's thought that everyone has always known that the notion that Christopher Columbus like discovered America has been a little bullshit.
Yeah,
but like,
been a little. He was just straight like a murderer.
Like everyone knew there was land over there, like, but people just didn't know how expansive it was. And I mean, the dude didn't even land in mainland like America. He landed in like Puerto Rico or something, like,
and then just murdered the inhabitants.
Yeah, and then he was like,
"Cool, dude.
All right, bye.
Happy Columbus Day."
Yeah. And by the way, like, I've always found this funny. I'm not like a super PC guy or whatever, but like.
You're more of
I'm more of an
desktop,
Xbox guy.
Yeah, I was about to say more console.
No. So the fact that we found out that they weren't Indians like 600 years ago, but we still call them Indians, on one hand kind of cracks me the fuck up.
Oh, it's hilarious.
But on the other hand, it's kind of really sad.
I love how stupid like people were back in the day. It's kind of amazing. Like smoking cigarettes to lose weight. Like,
yeah, they were like, "Oh, is your baby crying? Give him a cigarette." Or like cough medicine was like, "Here, we mixed like weed, morphine, and cocaine. This will get rid of your cough." Like,
yeah, it's pretty fun.
Shit was just off the wall. But anyways, so this was the first, and this was almost 100 years after Columbus.
Okay.
This was the first permanent European settlement.
Well, it's not so permanent.
Well, yeah, as we'll find out. It wasn't very permanent. Basically, they got there and they were like, we don't have enough supplies. Like, we didn't bring as much as we thought we were going to need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever. But, so the founder, I forgot what his name was, John White.
Okay.
He was like, okay, I'm go back to England, and that's like a 5-month journey. But he was like, I'm gonna go back to England.
All right, I'm about to head out.
And then I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna come back with a lot more supplies. You know, like we're gonna be able to like get this shit going. You know,
just one guy.
I mean, it was probably him and like a small crew.
Yeah.
So they go back.
He said, "Fuck it."
I'll then the Anglo-Spanish War happens, and the Spanish surround England with ships.
Damn.
So England, he gets into England, but he can't get back out of England until 1590, which was 5 years after the colony was established, right? So finally he gets back in 1590, and he's like, where the fuck did everyone go?
And there's just absolutely no evidence of them at all.
Here, I want to say
5 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit could have happened. So this one's not like as crazy. Like I feel like it's not like they all got fucking abducted. It's like, or they could have gotten like, I don't even fucking know. A lot of different shit.
Yeah.
Eaten by alligators, starved to death, just kind of walked around. Like, I'm sure some of them were just like, fuck it, let's just like walk around this giant place.
Yeah. And so reading it, it says that all the fortifications were still there, but they were dismantled, not destroyed. So it means it wasn't like it wasn't like people came and burned everything to the ground. Like everything was dismantled. And the only evidence was the word Croatan was carved into a tree.
That's it?
Yeah, and then another tree had the word crow, but nothing else, like CRO, and then nothing else afterwards carved into it. So then they were like, well, I don't know, and they just left. But the funny thing about that is, and there were over 100 people, like it was like 112 settlers just gone.
Well, didn't they had barely any supplies? Like, what did he expect to happen?
Yeah.
Like,
so
did he just expect, like...
I think that was very... Well, also, he was going to be gone for like a year, not like 5 years.
I guess.
So it was a mix of
y'all
poor
just
planning.
eat some berries, like kill some deer.
It was a mix of poor planning and just like bad luck with the war.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing now is that we look back and we know Croatan was the name of a nearby Native American tribe.
And they wrote it in English?
Well, that's just what they called themselves. Like, I don't really know everything super in detail, but it was the name of a nearby Native American tribe.
Okay.
And so they wrote that down. And...
Do you think they just went to go live with them or something?
Yeah, well, they found evidence that members of that tribe had, like, fair skin, light, like, blonde hair, blue eyes, or, like, lighter hair. And everyone's still like, what happened to Roanoke? Like,
it's probably that.
Like, very easy. Like, it's not. It can't be proven anymore because all those people are way dead. But like, it can be pretty easy to assume that either one, they came in and they attacked or threatened to attack and said basically like, all your shit is ours now.
Yeah.
Like, you can surrender or we'll kill you. And they said, fuck it, we'll surrender. Like, sorry. Like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or it's either that or they were just like, we're gonna fucking die. The natives already know how to like live this land.
Yeah. Let's
just go join them. And I mean, there was a language barrier. I don't know how they got past all the language barriers and all that stuff.
I mean, with 5 years, like, do a lot of shit.
And
I've always wanted to know how long it would take, like, for me and like a exclusively Chinese speaker, and just put us in a house. Like, how long would it take for us to get to the point where we can actually like tell each other things about ourselves? It's like,
yeah,
I feel like
language is real weird like that. I feel like that's another. Actually, I don't think that's necessarily a mystery. I think babies pick up on language from scratch. And
but
they're
also
much more impressionable.
Yeah,
but I think we are also smarter and will be able to pick up on it eventually. It might take a while, but...
Well, I mean, we would definitely be able to, like, teach each other how, like, what we say objects are. Yeah, so I'd be like, yeah, this is a water bottle.
Yeah.
Like, water is what's in it. I mean, it would take a long time of me, like, that's that. And he would be like, oh, okay, well, this is how I say it. And I'd be like, okay. And then we just both learn each other's languages.
Yeah. So, I actually have, like... I'm not going to necessarily say experience, but from my time in Amsterdam, I didn't know how to speak Dutch when I was first there. I did by the end. Yeah. I've completely forgotten since. But, like, a lot of times it would just be, like, I'd make a friend at the park or whatever, and we didn't speak the same language.
Yeah. You can kind of tell, like, their vibe, and you're like, okay.
I had this one kid that I went to school with. I went to a Dutch-speaking, like, not school, it was a like daycare basically. I was like 3, but I went to a Dutch-speaking daycare, and me and this kid did not know how to talk to each other. We just scream in each other's face, and that's how we communicated.
What the fuck? He came up to you and said, "Hey, Deutsch hinga dinga durga," and you were like, "All right,
that's cool.
Bet."
That's
like my favorite fucking response. Just somebody says some shit, and you're just like, "Bet." But or send him iPhone. In real life, send him iPhone message or 8-ball pool invite. In real life, somehow.
Just go to a pool table. Do you want to come to this pool table? But I think also with that, like, me and this kid kind of integrated, like, our two knowledges, and even though our primary communication was just, like, fucking screaming. Like, we were able to figure out, like, how to communicate. Because, like I said, we, like, would play on the playground together and stuff like that. So we obviously could kind of feel out each other's vibes.
Yeah.
And that honestly, it probably helped me learn Dutch when I was little.
Yeah.
Which I was very reluctant to do because I was like fucking 4, and for whatever reason I thought that if I learned Dutch I would forget English.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was terrified. Sailor was like fluent in Dutch. I was like sketchy fluent in Dutch.
Okay. Yeah, no, the closest thing I can say to that is
Sailor is my sister, by the way, just so
yeah.
listeners know.
Being in ASL, like talking to someone through your hands, and then being in Greece and like I knew like 5 words, and it's just kind of like you kind of like figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know yaya and papu and words for food.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't remember a lot of them, but I know spanakopita is
Spanakopita is dope.
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
So is taropitas. It's spanakopita, but without the spinach.
Oh.
And then have you ever had pasticcio?
I think so. Pasticcio?
Pasticcio. It's spelled like, but I think it's more of a ch sound.
Is that the tomatoes? Like they cook the shit in a tomato?
No, pasticcio is, it's basically mac and cheese, but it has ground beef, and a lot of times it'll have eggplant in it.
Yeah, I ate that the other night.
It's really good. Like my yaya makes it for me all the time. And then I could go on and on. Domadas.
I don't know.
Those are grape leaves. You basically wrap like rice in grape leaves.
Okay.
Shit's good. I could go on about Greek food. I love Greek food.
I remember that was like one of the. I mean, were we already friends by the time like that one day it was like show and tell?
Oh yeah, we were friends in 1st grade. That was in like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Yeah, and you brought like sesame seed sweet.
I forget what those are, but yeah, they're basically cookies that.
They're kind of like pretzels, though.
Yeah, I've made them a few times with my yaya. They're basically... Ooh, I don't know how to describe it. It's like bread. It's just like kind of a not super sweetly flavored cookie dough. And you'll like twist it and stuff like that. And then you put sesame seeds and you like lightly like bathe it in egg.
What's the point of sesame seeds?
I don't know.
Like
it's just something you put on it, man.
Well, I fuck with them, so I can't really complain, but they just don't really make any sense. It's like, why?
Why we talk about Greek food now?
I don't know. Got on the subject of different cultures and languages.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, with Roanoke, I think we can also safely say we've solved this.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We're like 4 for 4, 3 for 3,
3
or
for
whatever.
3.
Yeah.
But it's a really interesting story that a lot of people have theorized about, but also, like, if you really look at the evidence...
It's not that hard to figure out. It seems
pretty cut and simple to determine what happens. But that being said, it still is considered one of the greatest, like... Mysteries in all of history and whatnot.
Damn. We need some better mysteries then, if that's one of the best.
Yeah, I was about to say. This next one
is pretty famous.
We take about a 500-year time jump. But yeah, so this next one is the death of John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
So we're going from like ancient right into like modern ones. This is the most like polarizing modern case just because it's still so hotly debated. Like,
okay, I mean, it's been a little minute since I like learned about it, you know what I mean? Because we were in forensics senior year whenever we like learned about this.
Well,
that was my first time. I had heard about Joan Benet Ramsey, but I hadn't like looked into it. That was my first time hearing it.
Is it Gordon Ramsay's cousin?
Yes, but yeah, her family knew about it. There's no fucking way you can't act that sketchy.
So let's give a little quick rundown first. So basically, John Benet Ramsey, she was 6 years old. She was one of those like toddlers and tiaras kids basically before that show existed. But like she was one of those, and she was like apparently she was like good at it too. Like,
I mean, what constitutes being good at that? That shit creeps me out.
Win
I
the
don't
pack.
like.
It's all just moms living vicariously through their children.
It is, but
literally
you know,
all.
there's hella pedophiles going to those.
Oh yeah, no,
and it's
without
like,
a doubt.
why would you fucking?
And I think that's we'll get into it later, but that definitely has a play in this case. Is people that were like, oh, it's pedophiles or whatever. But yeah. So she was a little beauty queen, if that's what you want to call it. And basically, one night, the police get called, and they're like, "We just found a ransom note." Basically, this parents of John Bonet were saying this, saying that they've taken our daughter unless we give them X amount of money.
Yeah,
help us. And the police come in, and they look around, and after 30 minutes, they find her body in the house.
Okay.
Like, she was in the basement.
It's like, already this is...
Yeah, that's instantly just very sketchy. Like,
yeah, you didn't search... I mean, whatever.
It's not just okay, we found it buried outside of the house. We found it, somebody dropped it. This is inside the house.
Yeah.
And
was she
was found tied up. She was already dead.
Okay. So was it just strangulation or...
I forget the exact cause of death, but I can probably find it on this page here. So let me check.
But yeah, they ended up testing. They got professional. Oh my God!
She was killed by strangulation and a skull fracture.
Okay, so a lot of people, what they thought happened is something happened where she got hit on the head, and then they covered it up. Yeah. With all this, which is fucking stupid as hell.
Yeah. So they find the body, and then they're instantly the police are okay, why is the body here if you have a ransom note?
Yeah.
And it just turns into this whole thing where they find out. They do forensic handwriting analysis.
Yes, that's what
they
I was
find
gonna
out
say.
that the mother wrote the note.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Although the mother still denies that to this day, I'm pretty sure. But they find out
fucking horseshit.
The mother wrote the note. So they're okay, why is
yeah,
what's going on here? And
I don't know.
Basically, it just turned into this huge massive media frenzy. They found out she had not. She had eaten peaches or something that night, and they found them still undigested in her stomach.
Yeah, so
I think that set the timeline of when the murder was supposed to have, or when the abduction and killing should have happened. Yeah, it was earlier.
Okay,
because they were those should have been more digested. Basically, is what they said. And so they're just everything around this is just sketch as shit. Yeah, and there's so many different theories that went in and around it. They were the dad was claiming that it was people that were business associates of his, because he was upper class guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they were definitely very well off. I mean, I think they asked for $500,000 or something like that. And the guy probably could have paid it too. And so the dad was claiming it was business associates. Some people were saying
I'm getting a call real
You're
quick.
getting a call?
Yeah, it's a scam.
It's a scam. Tell those people. Next time you get one, you just answer it, and we'll just
talk to them. Talk to the robots on podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so what was I saying?
The business associates.
Yeah. So, the father claimed it was that. Other people were well, she's a beauty queen. It could have been pedophiles that were trying to break into the house, which I think is also.
Why would a pedophile hold them for ransom? Pedophiles want children.
That could have been a cover up, though.
I guess.
But because they were saying that they were with some terrorist organization or something. And
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was anything outside of the family. I think it happened all inside the house.
And the big theory, the prevailing theory, is that the brother did it.
Yeah, watching his interview, that dude...
To this day, he is a creepy, stoic motherfucker.
The type of person that any normal person would see him and be I'm just gonna steer clear. He seems like a fucking psycho.
Yeah, he's the school shooter type.
Yeah. Just go look up any interview with her brother and you will get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, this guy, like, interviews with him, like, directly after. He's just, like...
The brother?
Yeah. He's very just still. His name is Burke Ramsey.
Okay.
Like, he's very still. He's very, like, doesn't really care what's going on. Like, this is in the immediate wake of his sister's death.
Yeah, no, and the parents. Like, I've seen the interviews with the parents, like, pretty early after, and, like, they don't really seem that affected by it either.
Yeah.
And it's just, like...
And they're trying to say, like, oh, everyone grieves differently, and it's like, this kid's a fucking psychopath.
Just look at him, like not...
He recently did an interview with, like, Dr. Phil or something like that. And Dr. Phil was the one that was encouraging people to be like, it's not the family, okay, guys? And I was like, I think it's the family. Like,
yeah, no, it has to be. There's no way.
There was evidence, I think, that...
The body was in the like...
The basement.
Yeah, the basement. Yeah.
There was evidence that she might have been hit with, like, one of his toys. Because I think they found a broken toy in Burke's room.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm recalling correctly. No, it didn't have blood on it. Because I don't think her body was bloody. I think she, like, the causes of death were a skull fracture and strangulation.
The main thing that my brain goes to is that the brother either accidentally or
purposely, like, in a fit of rage.
Yeah, like, hit her in the head, she gets knocked out, and he's like, well, I'm gonna choke this bitch, or something.
Yeah.
Or she like, he sees she's in pain, and, like, he realizes he hit her really hard, and he's like, I'm gonna kill this hoe, because he's a fucking psycho.
Yeah. It's just, for that to happen in their own house, all of it, like, because they found her tied up.
Yeah.
For that all to happen in their own house, I just don't believe.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
Any way that it was... Even, let's just say, like, it was somebody that wasn't in the family. The family knew about it.
Yeah. They had to have. Like, the damn handwriting in the letter. Like, how do you explain
the mom's
that?
Handwriting.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm going to go ahead and say that the brother did it. Okay. In a fit of rage, she broke one of his toys, or, like, she was annoying him.
Yeah.
In a fit of rage, he killed her. The parents were like, we don't want to lose both of our children.
Yeah.
Like, okay, our daughter is dead now, but if our son gets caught for it,
he's going to prison.
He's gone. Like, let's protect our son so we still have a kid left.
I mean, yeah, like that, I agree. That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah. And I don't know.
I don't think there was anything outside of the house. I think it was everything happened within there. There's no way. Oh, right on time. Yeah.
Harley making episode
appearance.
Yeah, episodely appearance.
Episodely
appearance, whatever you want to call it.
But
yeah, ignore her. She should be done in a minute. But
yeah, the brother did it. Can you look up, like, a picture of the brother or something?
Yeah, let's look up.
Because I just, like,
Burke Ramsey.
Everything about that fool. I don't know how you could not think it was the family. Like, please, someone, like,
look at this kid. Look at this dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly, like, one image of him isn't that bad, but, like, in motion of him talking and stuff, it's like he seems like
he's talking about his dead sister in these pictures. Look at this.
I mean, it's also been years and years, but it's like, it's the way he talks and stuff. Like, just watch the video and tell me that is not a crazy person.
Yeah, I don't think we can play a video live without doing some copyright stuff, but
yeah. I'm just saying for, like, the viewers, like, if you haven't heard about... I'm sure there's, like, documentaries and stuff.
Oh, Burke Ramsey's pulling hose, apparently. Although she looks like Sid the Sloth.
She's not that bad looking.
Her eyes are far apart.
It's whatever.
But... anyways, so...
yeah, the brother did it.
Yeah, here's him when he was little.
Do you think he's, like, a fan of our podcast? And then he's going to be like, wow, they have a new episode out. And then we're like, He fucking did it.
He's one of our
and he's
30
like,
to 70 weekly listeners.
He's like, come on, guys. That wasn't me.
Okay, there are other pictures of him that make him look not as creepy and bad as he does in this interview.
Maybe in that interview he just wasn't 100.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But...
yeah, I think we solved this.
We solved it. Burke did it. Sorry, Burke, but you're
not sorry, Burke. You fucking murdered your sister.
Actually, yeah, you're exactly right. Fuck you.
What do you think he's up to now?
I don't know. It's probably... I don't know. He looks like...
Is it just me?
He looks like he's involved in a pyramid scheme. He looks like one of those guys.
I guess. Okay, so my main question is, like, I feel like in the past there was a lot more, like, famous serial killers. Like, it feels like... and not saying that I want there to be more, but it's like... it feels like...
it's not as common.
Yeah, because... but apparently one in every 1,000 people are psychopaths. So it's like... and just have no empathy for, like, anyone.
I'll tell you exactly why.
Okay.
It's because back, let's just say... I'll say the 60s to the 80s was, like, the serial killer era.
Mm-hmm.
That was when, like, all, like, the Zodiac Killer, BTK, like, freaking Ted Bundy.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer might have been the 90s.
Yeah, I think he, like, died in the 90s.
Jeffrey Dahmer, what was the other guy? The clown, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
All those guys, that was their era, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And even before that, and obviously after too, there were serial killers. So
yeah.
Like, we can say anything before the 80s.
Or do we just not hear about it as much?
I'll get to it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say anything before the 80s, 20s to the 80s, whatever. Serial killer era.
Yeah.
Columbine. First school shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, there have been all these school shootings. Those shooters... the shooters have replaced these serial killers as, like, the zeitgeist of the cultural... like, the head of the cultural zeitgeist of, like, killers.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Because right now, we don't talk about serial killers. We talk about school shooters. And I'm not going to name off any, like, school shooters. I don't want to give those fuckers any glory. Yeah. I've personally, like, met one before. Yeah. And it's terrifying. Yeah. But, like... it's I didn't. He wasn't a shooter when I met him, but like, it's terrifying that I've met one. But like, I'm not gonna list off any of their names, glorify them in any way. Yeah. But like, the Columbine shooter, the Parkland shooter, Santa Fe shooter, the Sandy Hook shooter, the... do you think Batman opening night, Dark Knight Rises shooter in Aurora? Do you think like... that's how it's done now, or what? I think that's how it's done now. I think people are saying, you know, serial killers, you're a psychopath, serial killers don't get the coverage that shooters do. I guess. I mean, so people are the psychopath because those people get fan mail. Yeah, like people are sending like love letters and like, oh, I love your work, dude. Oh yeah, like, if Ted Bundy got out, like he would have hella hoes on his dick. Yeah, no, or he did escape. He actually did. Did he? Yeah, but then they caught him like pretty soon after. But like these people get like there are people that worship these people, and so these fucked up people just do it for the attention. Yeah. And basically they say, okay, serial killers, they don't get that coverage anymore. Like, I wonder why though, or like, are they still out there? Like, there are definitely serial killers still out there. That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't we hear about them more? Because school shooters have become the new like cultural killers that we like. Yeah. Go around. Like the fucking dude. This guy wasn't a shooter, but the Boston Marathon guy. Yeah. Was on the cover of Rolling Stone. Oh yeah. Like, are you like, fuck Rolling Stone? Like. Yeah. Fuck all that's unbelievable that like all them hoes are owned by very evil. Yeah, like it is unbelievable that people would do that. Like you would put his face on like a rock star, and he has like no shirt on, and like it's like you profile him like a rock. what you're doing is you're inspiring the next generation of killers.
Yeah.
So,
but them copies will sell. People are gonna look at it.
I hate it. It's one of the pitfalls of capitalism, which I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, but like, people will do anything to make a profit.
Yeah.
So,
I saw a picture and it's like Sonic, and it's like him doing a move, and it has like a circle around him, and it just says like, "There's no space for morality in a fucking
capitalist
society." That shit's very funny. But anyways, let's move on to the final mystery.
We're 4 for 4.
Yeah,
we've done exactly what we said we would.
Yeah, like we on some mystery solver type shit.
So we're gonna take on a big one.
Okay.
This one is only, let's see. Oh, it's a 5 years and 2 months old now.
5 years?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
What the hell?
Happened our freshman year in high school. The disappearance of the Malaysian Airlines flight.
All right, listen. I'm about to end the podcast early. Bermuda Triangle.
It wasn't in the Bermuda Triangle.
You don't know that?
It was in Malaysia, I'm pretty sure. Or the Philippines. It was in the southern. It started in Kuala Lumpur, and it was trying to go to Beijing.
What's the last contact they had with it before it went down? If you can find that.
Let me see if I can. Timeline.
Because don't they have trackers for every airplane, where they're at?
They do. Or no, wait. Sorry, I'm reading this right now. There were Malaysia released final report concerning Flight 370 in October 2017. Neither the crew nor the aircraft's communication systems relayed a distress signal, indications of bad weather, or technical problems before the aircraft vanished. So that it
maybe some type of just
literally it had to have been struck by lightning or something.
Well, then wouldn't they have found the remains?
It's the ocean, man. Oceans are scary. They're massive.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, it must have just went into the ocean.
They scoured every inch of the search radius and found nothing.
Well, how deep did they go?
I don't know how deep
can we go?
I feel like some of those materials float.
Yeah.
And there have been some people that have there have been pictures. It looks like there might be some debris in the ocean, but there's no way to confirm that is it, and there's no way to confirm that that's even debris sometimes. You know? So this one's tough, man. There's not even a similar one would be Amelia Earhart. Mm-hmm. But with that, you had distress signals, and you have stories of people they found an island that had looked lived in, and it had a jar that looked like the freckle cream that she used to wear.
Well, there was a whole TV documentary thing. I don't remember all the details, but it was an island.
This doesn't even have that.
So they just found absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean,
no distress signal, because if it was, let's say it was lightning,
it could have knocked out all the electronics.
But they would have, if there was lightning, they would have relayed a bad weather signal. They would have had the chance to do that before lightning struck it.
I guess.
I
don't know. Maybe everyone just fell asleep at the same time. The happening or whatever.
I mean, maybe.
Do you think
they just passed out?
I don't fucking know. I have no clue.
I mean, that's why this is the craziest one, because there is nothing.
There's nothing to go off of. It's kind of
it just stopped. It's the only way to put it. It was just there and then not. Yeah. So there was literally nothing from it. My leading theory. Fucking aliens, I guess.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe there was just a portal that just opened up in front of them, in like a second, and they just flew into the portal, and then it closed.
I mean, you never know.
Can't prove it, can't disprove it. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
There have been a lot of sketchy things that have happened in the atmosphere. Like you've seen like stories about or I've seen stories about like military fighter pilots that have been like reporting seeing something and then it just disappearing. There's even been videos that have been proven to be unaltered of these things just disappearing.
So aliens. Dude, it's gotta be aliens.
Aliens.
I'm pretty sure.
I hate to be the History Channel guy with the crazy hair. It's just like, it's always aliens, dude.
I mean, there's a good chance that like, I don't know. I feel like if you like became president, they'd be like, yeah, fam.
Well, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, no.
But Jimmy Carter ran saying that he would release any information on aliens that the government had as soon as he was president. And then he won the presidency, and then he said, I'm not going to release this information due to national security issues.
Yeah. There's a good chance them green motherfuckers are out there.
ET's just
and
chilling.
Fucking with our planes for no reason.
Yeah, man. Like, that was just like...
We loved those Malaysians. Why did you portal snap them or whatever?
Yeah, man.
I don't even know.
So are we in consensus that it was aliens?
I mean, how deep in the ocean did they go?
I mean, I don't think you can just go... Because that's adding a whole nother dimension to the search, you know? Like,
I mean...
Right now, you're just
they
going
might be
all
down
around.
there.
I mean, they're dead.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying their remains. Like, the plane might just be, like, as deep in the ocean as you can go.
Dude, the ocean is deep, though.
Maybe they're down there.
Send somebody down to the bottom of the ocean and be like, hey, you see anything? Like... No, it cracks me up. James Cameron has gone further down than any other human being ever.
That fool's crazy.
He did it for Titanic to find the Titanic's remains.
What? We had already found them.
No, he was the one that found them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I just knew he went into a submarine and did sub shit.
Yeah,
I did not know that
he's gone deeper than any other human being ever.
Wow. You've seen the documentary, or I mean, have you seen those divers that just
hold their breath and go down?
Yeah.
400 feet?
Yeah, that shit is unbelievable.
Those people die a lot though. There have been people that have gone down that haven't come back up, and then there are also people that have just come up and just immediately had a stroke. Your body's not meant to do that. I don't care how much pressure. They're we're zenned out, man.
Well, that's what makes it even more impressive is when the people that have done it multiple times and are still alive. It's y'all are some G's. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's I don't know. That's what human beings can do when they put their mind to it is actually pretty incredible.
Yeah.
But
whatchamacallit?
I also think those people are very stupid.
Yeah.
All those people that are we're daredevils, we hang off of buildings. It's cool.
Have you?
I saw one. Die all the time.
I saw one where it's they put a girl on the edge of one of those buildings, and it was these YouTubers, and he fucking runs up and does a backflip off of her, puts his foot and pushes off of her and does a backflip, and she didn't fall, but it's you would have murdered her, you would have gone to jail.
Yeah. I don't get the appeal of that kind of stuff. I hate heights. Yeah. If I'm strapped in, I can stand at the edge of if I'm strapped into something, I'm fine.
I can do heights if I know I have a way down that is 100% reliable, and if I have something to hold on to.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I can
But if not, I'm not. Yeah, it's a no from me.
It's a no from me, dog.
I'm pretty sure it's those people just do that.
What's Randy Jackson doing?
I don't even know what Randy Jackson was doing before American Idol.
He's probably... Yeah, I guess you're right. Some type of music thing. Maybe he wasn't an artist. He was just a business type dude.
Yeah, apparently Michael Jackson has a brother named Randy Jackson. It's not the same guy.
Yeah.
For a long time I thought it was.
Really? You thought Randy Jackson from American Idol was Michael Jackson's one of his brothers?
What else is Randy Jackson famous for? It's logical.
I guess so, but I don't know. I just never really thought of that.
Yeah, so I don't know what he's up to.
So, who's your favorite member of the Jackson 5? Tito? I don't know. I don't know the rest, but I mean, it's.
I have
Michael.
a signed picture of the Jackson 5. Three of them signed it because my mom was at the Kentucky Derby, however many years ago, and she knew the Jackson 5 was going to be there, and so she brought like a newspaper cutout with the Jackson 5, and they literally like signed it in like her like eyeliner or something because she didn't have a pen. She was like, "I've got to get y'all to sign this."
That's cool. I don't know. Like, signatures aren't even like that cool to me. It's like
they're alright.
Yeah, it's like I mean they signed it, but it's like
my whole thing is like
it's just some ink.
Nowadays, I've gotten very like I used to, and I think everyone did this, but you used to like dehumanize and like idolize celebrities. Like you would make them something so much bigger than they actually are, and I'm at the point now where like I wouldn't wait in line to see anybody. Like if they were like,
if it's just gonna be a 2-second, like I mean I guess that could be cool, but it's like I've done that with bands that I really liked, and it's like
it's artificial. Like I'd want to meet like.
I'd much rather sit down and like have a conversation, actually like, talk to them than just like, hey, I'm such a big fan. Oh, well, all right, you sign this. All right, peace out.
Like, let's say my favorite people are like J.J. Watt, like Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Like Terry Crews or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Like, be cool to like meet them, but I wouldn't want to do it artificially. Be like.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's just objectively a cooler experience if you like really got to talk.
I don't even think it would be that cool to just meet them like in such a manufactured way. Like,
yeah,
I think those celebrity meet and greets where like people go to and they wait in line for like that's pathetic, man. Like,
I mean, it's whatever. Like,
why are you putting so much into meeting this person? They don't care about you. Like.
I guess it's just to say
I would like to have a legitimate interaction with a few celebrities, yes, but like if they were like Ashton Kutcher's in town,
I would definitely not.
You want to wait 3 hours in line to meet him at the mall? I'd be like,
no, something like that. There aren't many actors.
Like, they're just people that are good at a few things.
Yeah, there's not really like any actors I can think of that I would go to see.
The only person I would like wait in line to see would be like Jesus Christ himself, and I don't think
fucking who
Jesus would. I don't think Jesus would hold one of those events. You know,
he probably. I mean,
he's not that type.
Real life JC comes down. I don't think anyone's not gonna go see him.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I just find it like whenever I see those people that are like, I waited in line for 3 hours to see Jacob Sartorius and Finn Wolfhard.
All right, listen. You just named one of the only names that I would actually wait to go see. You already know I fuck with
Jacob Sartorius.
James Charles. Would you go meet up with James Charles?
No.
James Charles. All right,
but
I think we should start winding down. We're already.
Yeah, we should.
Or what's our final consensus on this damn plane?
Aliens. Portal to another dimension specifically.
Okay, so
I like your portal theory.
That or just ocean, like maybe the reason that no. Okay. The reason they didn't get a call is because the pilot in there was crazy and he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill people. And so he like kills his other pilot and then he just like went straight down into the ocean.
Yeah.
Because, like, that whole thing can't float. Or can it?
Pieces of it would float.
But
the ocean is big.
Yeah. I think that's another
Suicidal
theory.
pilot?
Suicidal pilot,
okay,
yeah.
I can get with that.
I mean, at least that's not aliens or a portal to another dimension.
I think those things are
They're cooler. They're cooler explanations.
Just crashing into the ocean is way too gay for something this big.
Way too gay.
But
yeah.
All right, solved.
Yeah.
5 for 5.
You know what? We should find it one day. We should go into a sub, find that hoe. Yeah. Right. Find the exact coordinates. Oh, well, they don't have the coordinates, do they?
Yeah.
Fuck.
We're just going to go live in a submarine for a while and just stay at the bottom of the Indian Ocean looking for that. Mm-hmm. See some like crazy ass like goblin sharks and shit down there too.
It's gonna be that moment where you just see an eyeball looking in the window, and then it's just like the biggest fucking kraken you've ever seen. You're like, oh.
Well, giant squid are real, so I mean.
But like bigger than that.
Giant squid are pretty fucking big. Their eyes are like the size of my body.
That's not that big.
I'm talking about. 6'2".
I want to see an eyeball the size of this house.
I don't think
that's big.
I don't think there's ever been an organism the size, like even a blue whale isn't the size of this house.
Maybe.
The blue whale is like the biggest animal to ever live.
I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Wait. So a great squid isn't as big as a big ass whale?
No.
That's the scientific name, right? Big ass whale?
Big ass whale, yeah, of course.
Damn, I thought squids were like big.
They're fucking huge, but they're not the size of blue whales.
How big is a blue whale's eyeball?
I don't know. I know that you could...
Can we look up a size comparison? So even though the viewer or the listeners can't see this?
Yeah.
Unless you want to put this in the editing?
Maybe I will.
Who knows? Size comparison.
Oh yeah, blue whale size comparison. My bad. Boom. So...
They're not that big.
It's a 747 or 737.
That ain't that big.
That's pretty big, man.
Nah.
Like,
man, them whales, they think they're all that. They think they're so big.
We're talking about an animal the size of a... Look, that's a 787. It is the same size as a 787.
Whatever. Fuck those whales.
You could literally slide in and out of its like heart arteries like a slide.
That sounds fun.
I've also learned, and I forgot how I learned this, and I'm kind of scared to be judged for saying it, but that a human being, like, you could crawl into a blue whale's vagina, just like literally just like stand up in there.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but that's not nothing to be ashamed of. That's just knowledge. Knowledge is power.
It's knowledge, but it's kind of weird.
So I could stand in some whale pussy. Knowledge.
Here's a blue whale.
Okay, I think we should end the podcast.
We just talked about blue whales now. No, I'm with it, man. Look at this. A blue whale is like 15 humans long.
That's not even that much.
I don't know, man. 15 humans? Think about that.
Last message of the podcast, fuck a blue whale. That's all.